let's start off. Why don't you give me the keys to the Broncos' victory tonight? Because I'm once again I'm struggling to find a way that the Raiders win this game outside of some really fluky stuff. But you tell me, keys to the game tonight for your Denver Broncos.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
I got 3 keys for you tonight.
Ooh, let's go.
They're going to be really original. Not going to be Coach E's at all. Nothing that you've ever heard from any analyst in the history of the game of football.
All right, give it to me then.
If you do these 3 things, you might double nickel.
Oh,
You might double nickel.
That's what I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for.
0 giveaways.
Okay.
So no turnovers for the Denver Broncos.
Uh-huh.
You don't turn the ball over, you win.
Yeah.
If you don't turn the ball over and you gain 3 takeaways. So you're going to be +3 tonight?
Yeah.
You're on your way to double nickels, brother.
Yeah, let's go.
Second one.
Yeah.
You outrush the Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Raiders. You outrush them by at least 50 yards.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Ashton Genty? Nah, man.
I love him, and I think he's going to be a great player.
Listen,
but
you don't want Malcolm Roach putting all of that beautiful new uniform throwback, the D. You don't want Malcolm Roach throwing the D on you.
No.
You don't want Nick Benito and Zach Allen and John Franklin Myers and Dre Greenlaw coming at you with the D.
Yeah. No, you don't want that at all.
No, sir.
You know what, Coach? We got a phone. KJ, we got a phone call. We got a caller
We do.
here. All right, let's
Is
go
it
to
John Gruden?
Let's go to the hotline. And we got Ben from Frederick. Ben, what's going on? What do you got to say here on the Morning Sprint?
Hey man, I'm gonna be at the game tonight.
Let's go.
Bronco fan, but when the expectation is high in Denver, the performance is low. Look for the Raiders to make FanDuel a lot of money. 1916 Raiders.
Oh,
Much to my
okay.
dismay.
Are you
All
a Raider
right,
fan?
Listen.
No, diehard Bronco fan, but I've been seeing enough to know that when the Broncos have high expectations, they don't perform.
You're not wrong. You're not really wrong. You know what?
Ben, you said Ben and Frederick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, you need to get over to Jerry D's and get the good vibes, man. You got to get rid of those bad vibes. You got to get over on Highway 52 and hang out at the D.
Hey, I know where it is. The cheeseburgers ain't like they were 10 years ago, but hey, I'm going for the Broncos. I got my John Elway jersey. I'm going to the game. But I don't, when I'm expecting them to win, that's when they don't perform. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders got a win tonight.
All right, Ben. Thanks for the call. I guess
But is that,
That
not
would
just the
shock
typical?
me.
Is
Yes.
that not the typical
Yes.
mindset?
Yes.
Of we'll call it just about every fan base when it's going really well.
Yeah, you
you
get a
just
little
are
nervous.
waiting for the other
Well,
shoe to
do you
drop,
think
and I
he's
get
right?
it, man.
Do you think
I don't think Ben's right because the game of football is pure. Now, everybody has wounds, and the Denver Broncos fan base has a lot of wounds, just like every fan base does. That outside of maybe the New England Patriots from a 15-year stretch run of Tom Brady awesomeness. Where you've been there, you've gotten your hopes up, and then it's like, oh, we're going to lose this stupid Raiders who suck in our own building. You know what, though? This Denver Broncos team, what I have told you all along, and I'm talking to you, Broncos country, when I was at training camp last year, and then I followed it up by being at training camp every single day that they allowed us to be out there as a media member. This team doesn't believe or have any prima donnas. It doesn't have a bunch of emotional roller coaster type players. This team was handpicked by George Payton, Sean Payton, and the ownership group to be mature, to be the no drama outfit. And you know what those teams typically do? Those teams typically take care of these types of games.
I agree with that, but do you think there's anything to Ben saying that the Broncos play down to their opposition, to their opponent? They play down to their opponent. Or is that's just the nature
Now, let me ask you
of
this.
the NFL?
Last year's Denver Bronco team.
Yeah.
Think NFC South matchups. Panthers, terrible. Last year's Falcons, really bad. Saints, terrible.
Yeah.
And honestly, the Bucs, when you played them, weren't great. They ended up having a nice year.
And you won.
The Broncos.
You won all those games.
They beat the brakes off those teams.
Yeah.
Last year, the Broncos got after the Raiders. Last year, the Broncos took care of business against the Browns, even if Jameis Winston was unhinged and wild. The Broncos this year have played down to some teams. But what I would tell you is some of those games have also been a little goofy in terms of the scheduling as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not think that? I mean, the opening game of the season is always just who knows, right? It's like the gift at Christmas that you have no idea.
Yeah, like,
what when you open up that package, you're like, we'll
anything
see.
could
So
happen.
you played down to the Tennessee Titans. You did.
Okay.
But I don't think the Tennessee Titans at that point knew how awful they were.
Right.
And they weren't carrying around the
Right. They still had hope. They
the
didn't realize
accumulation of failure after failure from their rookie quarterback, Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, we got somebody. He's an athlete. He's good. He's fun. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Now they're like, he sucks, and we suck. We're the worst, and our head coach got fired. Now, on the flip side of that, I think you did to the Dallas Cowboys exactly what you should have done to the Dallas Cowboys. You beat the brakes off them.
Yeah. You
And that was the first time where you felt it. The game in London against the New York Jets, you played down to your level of competition. But in my opinion, playing in London just brings about gross football. It feels like for everybody. And then you played the New York Giants, and you could say maybe you played down to the level of competition for a New York Giants team that I think is what? Are they 3-6 now?
No, the Giants? No, the Giants are, 2-7.
They're 2-7.
Yeah.
But they at the time, remember that was their Cam Scattaboo, Jackson Dart.
Right. It felt like they were
hope.
like, hey,
Yeah,
they
it was
won
their,
2 of 3 coming in here.
Confidence matters, man. And I want to tell you about the Raiders. They are coming in after having a chance to have beaten the Jaguars at home, and they didn't get it done.
And they booted that game.
They booted it. And that's not great for the confidence of a fragile team.
No.
To say we gave everything, we were in the deep waters with a playoff team as it stands today, the Jaguars, and we blew it.
Yeah, they went for the win. They went for the 2-point conversion.
And they did
could
it
have
at
kicked
home,
the
right?
extra point.
It was at their own building.
Yeah, it was in Vegas. Yeah, and they blew it with that 2-point conversion.
Just don't give these jamokes any hope, man. And that's who they are. They're just a bunch of jamokes.
No, I get it. I'm not sure. I mean, do you think Pete Carroll's going to be able to turn the Raiders around? Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, Geno Smith. Is that the triumvirate of success for the Vegas Raiders?
I have a prediction that only one of those three will still be coaching or playing in Las Vegas a year from now.
Yeah, it's just going to be Pete, right?
Pete.
He's going to change. He's going to get a quarterback because they'll have a top 5 pick or something.
Chip Kelly ain't it, man. His run as an NFL anything has been awful.
Yeah, you think he was going to go take himself back to college?
Yeah. It's been about the same thing. He likes the NFL lifestyle because he hates recruiting, hates NIL, hates the portal, hates needy people. Yeah. But the bottom line is that the NFL has allowed him to come into the building, I think 3 different times. First time with the Eagles, get out of here, you're fired. Second time with the Niners, that was a disaster. Yeah. And then now as a play calling with the Raiders,
does anything about Geno and Chip as that combination of OC and quarterback make you nervous, make you scared, especially against this defense? Is there anything Geno Smith does well that's going to hurt the Broncos defense tonight? Can you see anything? What's Chip Kelly thinking offensively against this Broncos defense? What do you scheme against this Broncos defense?
I think you probably try to throw a bunch of slants, get the ball out of the hands of Geno Smith. He is fairly impressive in throwing the football under 10 yards. He's one of the top, I think he's the top 8 quarterback in air yards beyond 10 or underneath 10 yards. And he's decent against the blitz. So he is a slant throwing Jesse. You want to know what a slant is? Obviously there's a lot of football people that are listening, but there's some that, slant might be. It's basically run straight ahead for 3 steps and then plant on your outside foot. If you started with your inside foot is on the line of scrimmage closest to the offensive line, and then you break at a 45-degree angle and you get inside of any coverage and leverage. Problem with that is that, number one, the average gain on a slant is probably 5 or 6 yards. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is slants get tipped, and tip balls are pick balls.
Pick balls, yeah.
And pick balls are going to lead to the Broncos getting double nickels.
Mm-hmm. What do you think the Broncos have more of tonight? Forced turnovers or sacks on Geno?
The sacks.
Yeah, they're going to hit that dude 6,
You know
7
what I want to
times.
see tonight, man? I want to see these numbers that don't make any sense, which is the Broncos leading the world in pressures and sacks. Mm-hmm. But yet the fumble numbers are so low and the interception
Right. What is
numbers.
that all about?
It doesn't make
'Cause
sense.
You're hitting these,
And
they're carrying the ball.
I keep saying, at some point in time, if you're sacking a quarterback,
Oh, you think it's going to flip?
it flips, yeah. And
Yeah.
I think tonight's the night.
That
Where
all of a
Geno
sudden,
Smith puts the B on the G.
they might get
the
a
ball
ton
on
of
the
turnovers.
ground,
There'll be
baby.
a bunch of balls hitting the turf because the Broncos are
You
flying
know what
around.
I used to tell my running backs, my
What?
quarterbacks?
What's that?
Hey, you put the B on the G. You know what that means, the B on the G?
Ball on the ground. Ball
Yep.
on the ground.
You put the B on the G, Coach Sanford's going to be looking for a new J.
That's a good one. Yeah, because they're going to do it tonight. They're going to do it
And
tonight.
I want to see the Broncos help make Chip Kelly go look for a new J.
Yeah. You know what? I don't even. Who's
Because
the.
I like Chip Kelly.
I
I
know
like him
Ch-
in college, though.
See, I know Chip Kelly and I know Pete Carroll. I don't even know who the defensive coordinator of the Raiders. KJ, you know who the DC of the Raiders is? I have no idea.
I think his name's Kamaje Granderson. Is that?
That is exactly it.
Because I want that dude to lose his job after this game. I want Patrick Graham.
Oh, Pete Graham, man. Yeah, Pete
okay.
Graham. I have no idea who that is. Okay, so he's been there.
Yeah, since 2022.
Oh, so Sean is excited
yeah,
because he's seen this.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm double nickels, baby. I want double nickels, and tomorrow I want the DC of the Raiders fired because they gave up almost 60 points to the Broncos tonight at home. This is the kind of whooping I want to see. If
That's
you're
an interesting hire, isn't it?
Yeah.
For Pete Carroll to come in as a defensive-minded guy,
Yeah.
and to
And
keep Patrick Graham. Is there any tie to Pete Carroll in any career stop? Maybe Patriots? No.
No, I don't know. Right. Where did he? I mean, how did him and Pete run? I guess he was already with the Raiders, and then Pete just kept him on when he became head coach.
But why? Because they were bad, weren't they?
Yes.
I guess they were really bad offensively.
So he got retained. He got retained by Brian Daboll and Josh McDaniels and Antonio Pierce and Pete Carroll.
So
four coaches were like, "Yeah, we like you, bro."
Apparently, a good dude.
Yeah, they must love him. If
Good dude.
four separate head coaches were like, "Yeah, you're not my guy, but I want you to stay here." Yeah,
You know,
there
there's
must be
always
something.
that coach that's good with the jokes. So
You think you're just like,
Oh,
yeah, he's
yeah,
good to have around.
He got a mouthpiece
Pete-
on him, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pat's got some jokes, baby.
You think Pete right now is like, hey,
Yeah.
Pat, come on in here.
All right.
I need some humor.